yeah. Take it down a little bit. St. Ricketts, the Catalyst. www.sricketts.com. Our favorite fucking band ever. Tonight, the Wednesday night follow-up to the Yo Show. It is Yo 2.0. That's right. Here we are tonight. Yo 2.0. Nicholas Graves. Yo, my man. What is up tonight? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Last night, of course, was the Yo Show. We kicked some serious ass, Joel Teddy and myself, as we welcome Scats and Pinky Shavo. South Philly's own. We talked about their appearance on Family Feud. We talked about life in Philly and the whole 9 yards, and we had a kick-ass time. So thank you for everybody that tuned into that. Tonight looks like solo stuff. Solo Jeff. God, that light is really bright in my face. Anyway, looks like solo Jeff tonight. We had Angela Marie scheduled to be our guest co-host. She had a family emergency. Just want to let you know that our thoughts are with you, Angela. Best of wishes, of course. Reach out to us here. You know I'm always here for you. So we went back to Jewel. Jewel is unavailable this evening. So just get ugly ass me for like the first half hour. But that's okay. If we survive the first half hour of me, I got a treat coming up at 8:30. A very, very special guest, actress, director, producer, paranormal investigator. I'm going to find out what that's all about. The beautiful, the lovely Rachel Hoffman, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Some killer tats. Can't wait. Rachel tats. Fellas, calm down. Rachel Hoffman with us around 8:30 tonight. So I want to start off by thanking last week's Yo 2.0 guest. We were joined by Rachel Bello. Rachel is a awesome local bass player, musician, and a lot of Philly bands. She is super cool. We had a great time last week as well. We always have a great time here. So we just let loose. We chat, we hang out, we drink. I got a big boy on tonight, courtesy of the guys from River Beach in Virginia Beach. This is like one I've been saving since 2018. Crow's Nest. And let's go speak right from the bottle. Fuck it. It's just me. That's how we do it here on the Yo Show. Tuesday nights and Yo 2.0 on Wednesdays. Got to start off with something. Coming up this weekend, myself, Jewel, are honored, flattered, as always, to be part of the Indie Pod. Wait, that picture came out small. The Indie Pods United Virtual Podcast Summit. It is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you can actually check it out on YouTube, and you can find the page Indie Pods United, and check it out. There's going to be a lot of there's the banner. We're going to be on Saturday, 7 p.m. We do like a half-hour snippet of our show. We talk about it. We give you some info on what we do here, and just a ton of great people run by some of my great podcasting friends, Tina Marie Celine, Maria Daniels, and some of the great people that are in the indie podcast world, Jeff Ravilla, Nick Manhattan, and the Scene Snobs, Jeff Dwoskin, Nigel Beckles. If I didn't name you, it doesn't mean I don't love you. There's just a lot of people to name, but it's coming up this weekend. Make sure you check it out. Jojo Otaku, you to you. You know, I should hit you up, but we're hitting you up for next week because you know what we got next week. We got Funko Pop stuff to talk about next week, so we'll bring in Gary Levin. Yo, what is up, dude? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in tonight to our free-formed wild piece of entertainment. 8:30 tonight, Rachel Hoffman, our very special guest. But don't forget, you can check us out this weekend, the Indie Pods United Summit. Saturday will be our segment, and it runs all weekend long. It's a great event, a lot of fun. It teaches people who want to be in podcasting how to get in it, teaches you how to monetize. You get some great shows, there's trivia, there's all kind of great stuff. Definitely worth checking out this Saturday. And like I said, 7 o'clock, this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And if you're free Saturday around 7, you can check me out, doing kind of what I'm doing right here. I love doing this. I do get a little nervous when I do it by myself because nobody to bounce the jokes off of. And We had a few nominees who at the last minute wanted to do it, and at the last second we couldn't get them in. But even my wife's like, maybe. I need a podcast, you and the female Stern. Hey, if you would have got to me a little earlier tonight, we would have thrown you on. Because we were looking for Evan Horn. I caught your comment like at the end, dude. My homie, indeed, Evan Horn. He's been on before. He's done some sports casting with us. Great stuff. Dude, always love having you here. And thanks for chiming in and tuning in. I know the world of Philly sports has us down. Phillies, they're not signing anybody. All these great pitchers going all over the league. We get crap. Sixers, no Ben Simmons. I don't know what's going on there. Flyers suck. Eagles, I have no idea. From week to week, it's a different team. So, we still love Philly. That's what we're about. We're a Philly-based show. Just a grown child with his Funko Pops, talking bullshit, his Guns N' Roses t-shirt, one very large beer, one very sexy special guest coming up at 8:30, and an awesome cast of people. He's not working out with the team. Which one? Who? Hurts or Simmons? Hit me. Because we know the Simmons situation. He doesn't want to be here. He wants his money. Now he's going house poor with that giant friggin' house he bought in Cali. But I know. It's like right now you almost think you kind of need him. They seem one player short. I'll say that honestly. They do seem one player short. So, Ben, I know you had a horrible playoff. I'd welcome you back, dude. I'll tell you. I've always been the Simmons guy, as much as it hurts me. And I'm even gonna give him like a little banner of his own. Simmons, come home. Come home, Ben! Stop bitching around. Go get your paycheck. Jalen Hurts is playing Sunday. Now, I heard that, Frank. I heard he is playing Sunday. He says he's ready. The injury worries me a little bit when you have a quarterback with mobility, and that's like the main part of his game, the mobility. So when an ankle thing comes up, it worries you a little bit. The backup is the stash, Gardner Minshew. We were already playing the Jets, but, who are the Jets? Thinking, who the hell are we at this moment? Someone did, in fact, try to give Jalen Reagor away on Craigslist. Yeah, I probably no takers because it's Jalen Reagor. We're back to where we were with a horrible drafting of wide receivers and just bad drafting in general. When you think about a team that could have had, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, we passed on Brandon Ayuk, for the likes of J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Jalen Reagor, Justin Jefferson, we passed on him. I think in years back we passed on Dalvin Cook. We like to pick the wrong guy in this town. We should try that with Simmons. Nobody on Craigslist wants that. That's a big bill. That's a lot of money that nobody's paying. Got a lot of good views coming in. Thank you, everybody, so far. Don't mind me. A little solo guy nerves. I have crap to talk about, though. And one of the things I want to start right off with, and I'm not doing it for politic crap and people to point fingers at me, but NBA star Enes Kanter. I spelled his name wrong. It's E-N-E-S. Sorry about that. Enes Kanter, who was recently awarded American citizenship, and he had some hardships in his homeland that he's discussed. And he's telling Americans to stop bitching about America. He's like, the freedoms and the great country we have here. He said people all over the world would kill to live in America and have what we have. And he said, all you see is people bitching about it. I don't give a rat's ass who's president. I don't give a rat's ass who runs for what and who leads what. Just give me my freedom, give me my paycheck, and, let's do that instead. Devontae, I'm enjoying Devontae Smith. I'm liking what he's bringing to the house. Very much so. But yeah, man, stop bitching about America. I love being here. It's the greatest country in the world, even still. And I'm not going to mention anything about who's running it and what the price of gas is and supplies. I'm not doing that shit. We don't do that here. We have Ooh, excuse me. We have fun here, as you can tell. I had Taco Bell for dinner, ladies and gentlemen, so the gas is coming out. Not up here. A little Belgian. A little beer, a little Belgian. So, yeah, so I'm stoked about that. And Enes Kanter, I agree. Welcome to America, NBA or Enes Kanter. He told LeBron James to stop his bitching. I like that, too. I'm not a LeBron James fan either. But I'm a fan of America. So, live here. Enjoy it. Have a grand old time. There was a petition that was started by a random person that is asking to put an end to the Will and Jada Pinkett duo interviews over TMI. You know, married couples, it's great. My wife wanted to come on tonight and be my co-host, and she's like, she's thought against it. She knows her husband's an idiot. But there's a limit to what we need to know. We don't need to know about when you go to the bathroom. We don't need to know about who picks their toenails and leaves them on the floor. Shit like that. We don't need to know about that. We really don't. I sure as hell need to know about it, and I certainly don't need to know about Will and Jada and their habits. And their interviews get weirder and weirder, too. Love yous. Check out the show, because I'm a Philly guy. So we love you, Will, for being a Philly guy, but shit's getting weird. Now there's petitions with thousands of signatures. So it kind of speaks for itself, dude. Whew. It's Christmas time, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, Christmas is coming up. Less than a month away. Cyber Monday deals, Black Friday deals. Everybody got their special stuff. I still got to go out and shop. Don't tell my wife. But I was given a list of things that she might want. She gave me a list. Her friends have given me the list. So I have some ideas. But Cyber Monday, I didn't get shit. I don't know about any of you, anybody else out there. And I don't know how you shopped on Cyber Monday. But I was working. I couldn't get to the Cyber Monday deals. And it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. I mean, you find stuff, you pay a few bucks extra on any other day of the week, and that's just fine. If anybody wants to buy me a Christmas gift, hints behind you. Funko Pops. Love that shit. Love a lot of shit. Last night we had such a great time on the show. We do, of course, the Yo Show on Tuesday nights, myself and Joel Tatey. And last night we had a great South Philly couple on. It was Joe and Lauren Chavo. And they talked about their appearance on Family Feud. Man, I'm telling you what, if you get a chance, go back and watch last night's episode because we were laughing hysterically. We were having some great conversation, a lot of great talk. And real people, man, real down-to-earth, Philly-type people, which we love. So it was an awesome time last night. And I thank my man Frank, who I saw was here earlier, Philly Frank, for putting it together and coordinating it and getting us linked in. So we had a really good time. Great conversation last night. Joel had a blast. I had a blast. Watch the replay right now. YouTube at The Yo Show. Facebook, the Stoop Radio Network, or my page, Twitch at The Yo Show. That's right, we're also on Twitch. Good evening, Twitch. Motherfuckers. Oh, man. So we got some views. We got some people tuning in. Rachel Hoffman, about 10, 15 minutes from now. She said there may be a surprise. So get excited for that. But here we are. We talked about Enes Kanter and his hatred for Americans. Now, it's not his hatred for Americans. His hatred for bitching and mooning. And I get it. You know. The one important note, I'm not taking sides, not telling you nothing here, but the Omicron variant of coronavirus supposedly has hit America, the first cases. I'm not going to sit there and tell anybody to get shots. I'm not going to tell anybody here to wear a mask. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do because I'm no doctor. Right, Fauci? I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. I don't have to tell you, but just be careful out there, man. Wash your hands, sanitize, be careful who you're dry humping, and keep it clean. And as we try to get out of this realm of coronavirus, I don't want another shutdown. I cannot handle another shutdown. Even though, like, when we were shut down last year, that's when thousands of people would watch the Yo Show because there was no new programs. So it was us. We were, like, the only thing new. We were doing it like this via StreamYard. And a huge thanks to, of course, the legendary Jimmy Starr introducing me to how this gets done on StreamYard. So you can watch me instead of just listening to me. I don't know if that's a plus. I just thought about that. There's nothing better people come to see Jewel and Angela and all the other great guest stars I have. I get it. Nobody truly comes to see me. You come to hear me. My obnoxious bullshit, but nobody comes to see me. The CEO of Twitter, one of my favorite people, Jack Dorsey, stepped down the other day from Twitter to pursue other projects. I tell you, man, Twitter to me is the last in line on social media. People think Facebook people are angry. Twitter people, that is a pissed off society, man. So he might have got out while the getting's good. It's not like it's going anywhere, but I'm just not. I'm not a Twitter fan, man. To me, it's a little harsh, and unnecessarily harsh. You know, you say something like, I don't like blue M&Ms. Listen, asshole! It's like you just get like these people just like attacking. So Jack Dorsey, whatever you get into next, I can give a shit. I'm not a big fan. So stepping down to Twitter. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by, jackass. That's what I said. Don't ban me on Twitter because the Yo Show isn't on Twitter. But we are on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. I need to be one of them people making money on YouTube. Why are hundreds of thousands of people watching some kid play with a toy? And he's making money on it. I should be making money. This is hard goddamn work. Entertaining you crazy bastards. But I love it though. And you get to meet great people, great guests, great co-hosts that jump on and do it with me. Of course, Jewel. And, I could prove to the world that I have not grown up one lick in all 36 years on Earth. 36. I got some fun stuff to do. As you know, I got my giant beer. I also got some Metallica. Oh, yeah. Some Metallica whiskey with me. So why not? It's a Wednesday. Who doesn't do shots and drink heavily on Wednesday nights? I sure do. I'm a little nervous for Rachel Hoffman, I gotta admit. She's super cool. So I'm trying to calm my nerves. And also calm my nerves doing this alone. Usually it's around the time where Jewel and I will start bantering and ripping into it. So it's just me. I see more people tuning in. Thank you. This is the drunk version of the Yo Show. Solo like Han, Jeff the Shark Bruni. Wow. Difficult. It's like turpentine. That's like, that stuff's like the old Metallica, back when they were hard and loud. They should make a newer version of that that's more soft, laid back, sells out. I'm a fan. I'm not as big a fan as I am of these fellas right here. I got more Guns N' Roses shit in my house I know what to do with. I love it. Love me some Guns N' Roses. They're back here on the wall somewhere. Probably right around here-ish, I think. I don't know. Okay, so they said Rachel Hoffman in about 9 minutes. And then in the meanwhile, I'm just going to sit here and shoot the shit. Feel free to comment. Drop in a comment. Ask me a question. Say something stupid. Say anything. That's what we're here for on Yo 2.0. I said it's our index show. And I'm here dying tonight by myself. I wish I would have seen Evan Horn's message. We got his ass on here. Oh, man. So let's look at the standings. Let's see where our Philadelphia teams are right now. Sixers are playing the Celtics tonight, of course, and that's what I'm sure most people are focused on. It's 33-all with about 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Our Sixers currently stand, where are we at here? Holy shit. 9th in the Eastern Conference at 11 wins and 10 losses. So if the season ended today, you wouldn't be in the playoffs. Not a problem. We leave the NBA. We go to the NHL, where our Flyers are getting trounced 3-0 by the New York Rangers in the second period. And we look at those standings. The Flyers are, Jesus Christ, next to last in the Metropolitan Division. Some great shit right here. I'm so glad I'm taking the time to look into all this. And, all right, let's go to the NFL. That's fine. We can do the NFL. The Eagles this week played the Jets. Jets are 3-8. Eagles are a whopping 5-7. But look at the standings where the Eagles are 5-7, and they're in third place. What the hell is going on here? It's a shitty sports town, I tell you. I'm very aggravated. I'm aggravated. I just aggravated the shit out of myself by looking at standings. Somebody help me here. Rachel Hoffman in about 7 minutes. That's when it's going to get good. So hang in there. 7 more minutes, I promise. You give me those, I'll show you the world. I'm actually watching myself. Look, there I am. Very exciting. Yeah, so Thanksgiving just passed. Christmas time's here. It's a time where everybody seems to be a little more friendly. Everybody gets a little more pumped up for family and loved ones. My wife's actually going to be spending it in Florida this year. God bless her. She deserves it. As you know, if you're new to the show, or if you're new to me, I will inform you all that yesterday was my wife's last chemo treatment for breast cancer. So congratulations to her. She's been an absolute beast of it all, a true warrior, fighting it like I've never seen. I'm proud of her, and I'm going to say it right here on the show, how proud I am of you, Cassie. If you watch, when you watch, congratulations at the last treatment. And she went out tonight. We had a little bit of dinner with some friends. She's home now. Probably upstairs watching anything but this. I don't blame her. She watches Blue Bloods. It's a quality program. I like that show. Not bad. I like the Wahlberg character. Little Blue Bloods never hurt anybody. So that's what she's doing. And very strong. And like I said, yesterday was the last treatment. And next, to go to the next steps. But like a warrior, man. My superhero. So very proud of her. My wife, Cassie, with her last treatment. So congratulations there to you. And if you're watching, your husband loves you. So do I. All right, again, I'm going to remind everybody that is watching out there. Just a great event, so I'm going to shoot it to you again this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is the Indie Pods United Summit. So it's like a giant convention, if you will, of podcasts, professional speakers, learning how to podcast, what makes you want a podcast, why you should. A lot of stuff out there. A lot of people with a lot of talent who always ask me, like, I want to come on your show sometime. Come do it. Come do it. Try it out. See what you think. It's in it for everybody. It's just a forum to come out and talk, and people get to enjoy you and follow you, and they'll watch you. And really, the hate mail is always usually pretty limited. I try to watch my tongue. Thank you. So, but a lot of people are like, hey, can I do it? How do you do it? What do you get into? Just find something you love or topics that you love and enjoy talking about. Get a site like this, like we use StreamYard. Costs a few bucks, whatever, don't matter. And just get out there and start doing it. You'll notice like your friends and new fans and all become like family. You get, you do interviews like us. You meet great artists, great people. You get to show off your wild collection. You get to wear your hat on backwards and show your scruffy beard and drink lots of beer in front of a crowd and all that good stuff. And really, it's, there's no limit on it. Like a lot of celebrities do it. A little unfair to us little guys who don't have quite the budget of celebrities, but, the people of the world, like a lot of people tell me, oh, you think you're Joe Rogan. No, I really don't. I just think I'm me. I just do my thing here, hang out and talk and shoot the shit. We do fun stuff, though. We've done charity runs. Last year we had a Christmas show where a bunch of our great guests came on and sang Christmas carols. We raised money for some charities. We had people come on and talk about charities. Local business people come on. Local musicians just trying to get out there. Celebrities, Hollywood celebrities. Steve Howie from Shameless and Madeleine Zima. And we've had some great names come on our program. So really, it's worth it. I think it's worth it. It's a release. I get to vent it out a little bit. 2 nights a week now. I actually got invited to a possible 3rd night a week. I'm pretty sure my wife would murder me if I did a 3rd night in a week. But who knows? Last night on the show, we had this horrible list. I'm going to re-hit you with this list if you're out there watching. Because somebody posted this as the top 10 Christmas movies of all time. And I'm going back to it because I think the list kind of sucks. I do. There's no Die Hard. Die Hard's a great Christmas movie. I don't want to hear anybody say different. But, Jewel and I definitely disagreed on Bad Santa. Home Alone 2 at 9. Home Alone 2 should definitely be ahead of Home Alone 3. Home Alone 3 shouldn't even be on the list. A Christmas Story at number 7 is pathetic. That should be close to the top. And that nostalgic It's a Wonderful Life, blah, blah, blah. Get that crap out of there. Fred Claus, I could care less. But, yeah, here was the list. Like I said, no Die Hard. Die Hard's a great Christmas movie. Come to the city. And a few laughs. Great stuff. Christmas Vacation, number 4. See, like, where's Elf? Elf's number 5. See, even Elf at the middle, number 5. Why would it? You hate A Christmas Story? I got like back-to-back horrible comments. Hate A Christmas Story and uh-oh, Taco Bell. Taco Bell gives me the burps, man. I'm not going to lie. As you get, well, this big trough of beer ain't helping, but Taco Bell gives me the burps. You hate A Christmas, like, that hurts, Jen Himes. You know, you have the comment section. I need a little comment as to why. And how. How do you hate A Christmas Story? It breaks my heart. It's like my favorite movie of all time. Coming up on 8:30. So what I like to do now, check like my messages and my text to make sure my guest isn't stumping to come in. So I got to resend the link to Rachel Hoffman. She's having a hard time finding it. It's okay. Excuse me for a second while I turn this all the way down so it doesn't double feed. You're actually going to see me pop up again. This is actually very cool. I had a guest. Copy the clipboard. And it actually didn't happen. Oh, because I didn't share my camera. Boop. There we go. Alright, so she should be on shortly as long as the link works. Sometimes, every once in a while, we have the link gets to be tricky. Remember that night with Lena Scissorhands? I thought she was absolutely going to kick my ass. Because she's like, dude, can't get on. I'm like, try Facebook. No, I can't remember how to get my Facebook. Try this and that. And we finally got her. But man, what a disaster. I thought she was going to kill me. She's a great guest, though. We love the ladies of metal. Like we said, Rachel Bellow last week and Lena Scissorhands. And we've had some great ones on. Margarita Monet. Like, she was super cool. Loved having her on as well. So we do that. We get great metal bands. We get singers of all sorts. We get authors, actors, directors, anything, models, you name it. You're welcome here on our program. And I think we got it, ladies and gentlemen. Our very special guest, the moment we've waited for, the reason I do this, to meet amazing guests. I have one this evening. She's a great actress, producer, director, you name it, she's it. The very beautiful, the very talented Miss Rachel Hoffman. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Hello there.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. We've been talking a lot over the last few weeks, and I've gotten very excited. I got to thank you, first of all, because a couple weeks back we had you lined up and we had to cancel some last-minute things, but you've been a great sport about it. And so thank you. Thanks for joining my little program here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We usually have a co-host. She had a family emergency, so it's just, you're stuck with me. It's just me and you.
I'll take it.
How's it look? Don't look too bad, right? Right, fellas?
No, that's
if my wife's watching, I apologize ahead of time. But so let's get right to it. I mean, I read the resume, very impressive. Actress, producer, director, a lot of films that we'll talk about in a bit. How did you get into all this, and what is your preference in all that? What do you like to do the best? And tell us a little bit of how you got into this career.
It kind of fell in my lap over the course of COVID. I was doing some of my usual job, which is paranormal investigation.
Yes.
And I had a couple of producers following me, and it was kind of unbeknownst to me. And they followed some of my lectures, and they saw me on TV, and they reached out, and one thing led to another. And it was just kind of like, I said yes to everything. I was so bored and so afraid to fall into depression during COVID.
Sure.
That I was like, I'm going to say yes to everything.
Yeah, why not? I don't blame you. I was talking about it earlier on here. we kind of exploded during COVID. We had thousands of people watching us each week, and I was blown away by it. And a lot of people were like, look, you're the only new game in town. Like, your show is new, it's live, you're interacting with us. And I was blown away by that, and I thought it was really cool. So I could definitely understand that. Did you have problems breaking in? Was everything via like Zoom and stuff like this to first get into it?
Yeah, it was a lot of Zoom, and it was really cool because it was a lot of group Zoom, and so I got to know Stormy Daniels, and there was a bunch of really cool crew members, and so we got to talk and get to know each other, and it was like a lot of nerdy talk, so it was great.
I love that. We do a lot of that here. You see, I'm a grown man with a big wall of Funko Pops behind me, and we drink, we talk silly, we act silly, and and I tell people like it's not really. I don't invite anybody for an interview. It's more like a chat. We're just kind of hanging out, chatting, and I get the pleasure to meet some really great, talented people like yourself. Like a minute in, I'm already just having a great time.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So let's get right to this because I got to know all about it, and a lot of fans will be excited by paranormal investigation. What is it? What do you do? What do you find? Give us the dirt.
So basically, I didn't think I was going to be that popular in the genre. And I started about 13 years ago, and I was only out with my my trio at the time for about a year when Zach Bagans asked me to be on his paranormal show.
Wow.
It was a spin-off to Ghost Adventures, and it was called the Paranormal Challenge. And I said no. And then he asked me again, begged me for like a little bit, and then finally I said yes. And I only said no because I didn't want to enter into the paranormal competing, and I knew that it was going to be all men against my all female team. And so it's a different sorry, it's a different it's a different genre, and it was almost 20 years ago now, so it was just it was hard. And we broke out and we wound up losing the competition, but we won a lot of hearts in the meantime. So I think that people backed us up, and we were able to gain experience by being let into every single place across America. So after the show, we didn't win necessarily, but we were able to, get in everywhere after that. People were like, oh my gosh, you're on the Travel Channel. We loved you. You guys were awesome, because we were humble. We lost, but we were like, we became friends with the judges and everybody. So, we learned from our experience.
Absolutely, and that's pretty awesome. So what do you investigate? What are you after? I don't mean to sound naive, and I tried doing some research, but I'm not big on. Not that I'm not big on the paranormal. I just don't know enough. What are you after? What do you investigate?
Well, the paranormal is a broad range. So you can go anywhere from ghosts to mermaids to UFOlogy, cryptozoology. There's so many different facets of the paranormal, but I generally stick to ghost hunting, and I go everywhere. I've been televised in a few different areas, and mainly because when we go into places, there's more evidence available. With all this new age equipment like thermal cameras, we don't need lights. We're able to measure heat and waves. And so it validates the presence of the paranormal more to have different equipment reacting intelligently to you when you're speaking, or intelligently, when you're asking, what's your name? And it's saying Sally within a timely manner. That's intelligent.
Yeah, it doesn't. Have you ever been creeped out by it?
Oh yeah, I was in I was in Whitey Bulger's basement. The only team to ever have investigated the old Triple O's in South Boston.
Wow.
And it's on YouTube under Paranormal Expeditions. And we were in the kitchen, and pots and pans, it sounded like they were crashing everywhere.
Oh my God.
Only nothing was moving. It was crazy. Yeah, it was one of the crazier, like more haunted investigations for sure.
That would freak me out. And you're proud of it. You consider yourself a paranormal investigator. I'd be terrified. I'm not afraid to admit it. Horror movies scare me. Paranormal stuff scares me a little bit. So very brave and bold. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You got fans from the Horror Night podcast. My man Austin Wood, love you. We all love you. You're excellent. Um, so thank you for that. So horror movies we talk about, of course. Like I said, they scare the hell out of me. You got quite a few coming up. 2022. I'm looking at the titles. Um, the House That Eats Flesh, and we had one of your guests, one of the stars of that movie on a few weeks back on our program. Um, Axe Grind, Go Straight to Hell, like a lot of great titles coming up. Tell us about making these movies and how you fit them all in to get them ready for 1 year's time.
It was basically, it feels like it was overnight, but since COVID had happened, we had to postpone a lot of the movie making stuff, for safety reasons.
Sure.
And then once everything kind of got back on track, we all put our heads together and started these different filming processes. A few of them are going to take a little more time than the others just to finish up. I don't think people anticipate in the indie world exactly all the punches they're going to take when filming this entire thing in a single piece. So, people don't show up. There's indie projects, so they're not paid up front. And the creators are left scrambling with whatever they have left for, people and footage and script. So
Yeah, it's got to be tough. I mean, a lot of people, you can appreciate the indie because it's kind of your project. Like you go out and kind of make it yours, but, like you said, some people worry about the finances of what comes out in the end. I mean, I make millions of dollars doing this, so I'm not worried.
yeah, don't know.
He's right. If that was only the way, but some great titles, horror titles. Now, is that your favorite genre? Is that what you're into? You call yourself a scream queen actress, which is great. We love them. So is that like your niche?
It actually isn't. I write true crime, and it's not I write it. It really writes itself, doesn't it? Really, but
Sure.
I chase those stories like Albert Fish and things like that. So I'm by nature a paranormal investigator and historian. And so the horror industry was something that kind of just came about, and it gave people a chance to see me a little bit more on screen. I had started disappearing a little bit and going behind the scenes and doing some of the docuseries, talking, showing the location, talking about the history, going through the paranormal investigation, then going through the evidence. And so, people in the paranormal are specifically sensitive to, being serious and being taken serious. And when I entered into the field 20 years ago, the community was kind of like, oh my gosh, here's this girl. She's dressing however she wants. She's going to make a laughing stock out of all of us. But I came through, I stayed true to myself. I dress how I dress. I do what I do. And then I'm writing a book on quantum physics. I'm walking down the death tunnel at Rolling Hills Asylum, longer than the boys.
Right.
So after a while, you gain the respect that you long for.
We got a volunteer to be in one of your movies and murdered by you on screen. What is your fascination with? He's got a fascination with being murdered on screen. But you're extremely well educated. I look, like I said, looking through your bio, a lot of great college background and all that. And it's a matter of, like you said, say yes to everything. Show everybody what you're all about. Show that you're better than the men. Show them your education. So that's terrific, really. I mean, that's really the way to do it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And, it's what I love. And when we get guests here, we like people that are well-rounded. I mean, there's a lot of people that do one simple thing. And I just looked at everything you were doing. And I'm like, yeah, I'd absolutely love to have you on. So, I mean, to me, it's absolutely great. But you produce, you direct. Is that hard? Is it tough being behind the scenes?
It is. People expect a lot. I took on the role as a director for Go Straight to Hell as a favor because it was a shit show. So I had to step in. I'm a perfectionist. I work for the Travel Channel. I was all over the place. So I see well-oiled machines all the time, and I could not just let that it was just like derailing. So I did the production a huge favor by stepping in and using my expertise to cast everyone and to get everybody there and to try to get everybody there on time and everything. And then also took on, even more responsibilities than that. It was like biting off a lot, So, and in the end, we wound up with an unfinished product. not my fault, but we are going to see what we can do about round two, depending on who wants to argue it out. I'm very publicly going through a battle with the production
Oh,
company for safety reasons and for putting my safety at risk. So that's been
sure.
something I've been publicizing quite a bit. And accountability is really important in these situations, as we know from recent happenings from these B movies. We need to start seeing accountability for, actions taken that can put other people's safety at risk. And so
And
I'm speaking out against it.
yeah, it's a good thing, and it needs to be done. And what people don't realize about independent is you are putting yourself out there with a little bit less of a budget, so things will happen. Big things can happen, so I totally understand that. I'm still going to volunteer to be the sexy male lead in any movie you have. Well, at least a male lead. I don't know how sexy it is, but it's a male lead.
You got
So,
it.
but it's very cool, and it's got to be exciting still. Like I said, independent or major or whatever. It's got to be exciting to be in a film and create something. You're buyer, you call yourself the owner of Go Straight to Hell. So is that like a real is that a real involved project of yours?
What it was I've been working with the master of disguise, Scott Sanford, in this for 2 years now. And so my development of Bonnie had been going on for that entire immense amount of time. And I signed a contract with 6% of ownership at the back
Oh,
end initially. And then while I was there on the ground, I had decided to delve into potentially owning more than half of it. And so right now, again, that'll be something that's in the works, and I can't wait to come out with the final product for that when it's back in my hands 100%.
very exciting. And those who want to learn more about your projects, IMDb, which is just a great source of movies and actresses and actors and agents on IMDb. Of course, look up Rachel Hoffman, find her there, and find a lot of great names of projects you have coming up, which is it's just so damn exciting, and it's great to keep busy. I mean,
Yes.
honestly, yeah. I mean, because I was going to ask what you do in your free time and how you find free time. Is there free time at the moment?
There is for the month of December. However, because of the docu-series and I am going to be gone for January, February, and March, I do have a lot filling up my schedule right now. I have some things that I am bound by contract not to speak on as far as the projects, but I will be able to leak it out as soon as I'm allowed to go to the press and talk about. I have 3 things in the works, and I have some things that I'll leak out slowly on Facebook and try to get the interest going. And I want people to gravitate towards the projects that they're interested in. And some of these new projects that I'm getting into are more controversial than anything.
Oh,
They're going to be extreme controversial horror. So I'm really excited about the shock value
yeah.
socially, really more than anything. I'm really excited to see what people think about the new wave of horror.
That's exciting. Like I said, I a little leery about horror, but I would love to see something groundbreaking, something different, something like I said, a little controversial to get everybody's spin on it. Is there a fear of going overboard on social media? I know some people worry about it. Me, I say what I say and I keep it respectful to the masses. But do you worry about it sometimes?
I fear nothing.
Ah, I love it.
But I'll tell you that the reason why I don't is because I'm 42 years old. Life is too short, number one. I have before, used social media as my social experiment. I have before, been guilty of using social media to have people gravitate towards funds for charity, for quantum physics, for lots of things. So I try to get people's head turned towards me, and then I try to keep them listening. For a while, I was just a voice in the paranormal. I did radio shows, things like that. So I definitely was able to resonate interest with my attitude. And some of the things I say on Facebook, I mean, it's all risque as much as the pictures, as much as, the verbiage. I am very risque by nature.
That's good, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with. I mean, we all. This is our platform to speak, and like I said, like some people like to get hard into politics or activist stuff, etc. And some of us just like to say, hey, we're entertaining. We perform. This is how we do it. Come check it out. You had mentioned, and I don't want to get too much into the details because we didn't do it, but a social experiment you were going to do that actually
Yes.
it actually led to theft. Can you tell us a little something about the theft that you believe happened today? Because I find this very funny, but almost like celebrity status.
It was so creepy. So I had a dream that I was wearing a newly acquired bikini that I had just purchased. However, the bikini was crocheted and it covered a lot more than the bikini that I showed earlier. And I also just posted it on Facebook so we could have this discussion and everybody be on the up and up. So the one that I was supposed to wear was actually not granny style crocheted, but it was cute, you know, a little crocheted. And I took it and washed it to make sure it was fine before I wore it. And I had it at the local laundromat and I fell asleep. And when I dreamed that I was wearing this during a photo shoot and the photo shoot was very happy and it happened to be the same beach that surfer lost her arm. So
Yeah,
it was like
wow.
really like a strange dream, like a lot of connective things. So I thought to myself, well, maybe I'll wear the bikini today on the show and I'll talk about the dream and the significance. When I looked it up and the paragraphs and stuff that I had gone over, we're just talking about abundance and happiness and, you know, kind of going with your gut on things for the new year. And then I went to look for my bikini and I realized that it was gone because the creepazoid that was behind me at the laundromat stole my bikini.
Wow. Like, I'm blown away by that. And you kept coming out and said I was going to wear it, but I think somebody stole it. And I'm like, no.
Well, and then I realized it. After I realized it, I was like, that's what the dream was. The dream was to tell me that I was thieved and somebody stole my bikini. I was so upset. Like my best friend actually went out and bought me the bikini that I had on earlier because I was like, I was gonna wear a yellow bikini. I was devastated. And I like found it. It was like handmade because I'm big on like antiques and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, like, this creep is like walking around in my freaking yellow bikini.
Maybe wearing it. So after the show, check out eBay. Look up Rachel Hoffman's bikini and see what's
Rachel
up for
Hoffman's
sale.
bikini. Like, I'm wearing Rachel Hoffman's bikini.
That's
Oh
a
my
wild
God, it was
story.
the worst.
It's
It
funny
was the
though. I
worst.
mean, I didn't want to laugh at your expense, but it's kind of
Oh
funny.
my God, it is funny. It really is. And I was thinking to myself, yay, I got my bikini. And then I'm like, I dug through it like 3 times and I like emptied everything. I was like, it was a portal at the bottom of my laundry basket that it must have escaped. Nope, no such luck.
Oh,
It's in his
well,
basement.
another time, because once you're on the Yo Show, you're family, and you're always welcome to come back. So,
Yeah, half my family just disowned me from that phone.
that's okay. Never here. You're stuck with us for life now. So, I know you said you're heading out to Universal Studios. You're also heading out to California for some filming. You do a lot of travel. You like traveling?
Yeah. So I'm out. I've been out to California. I think it was like 7 times last year. So
Wow.
once COVID lifted, everybody was like, yeah, come on through. And we started lining up some stuff. We reignited with Gettysburg. We do the paranormal, even though we're a bunch of weirdos, we're a charitable bunch. And Pamela Berry runs an event out there. And we do Wounded Warrior projects. And we try to do charitable causes for Paranormal for Paws and different things like that. So couple times a year we try to give back, and as many times as possible I'll go and host an event and sell tickets for lectures and then give all the money back to the building so
Oh,
they can repair the history that will not be standing if nobody steps in, because this stuff sometimes deteriorates pretty quickly.
sure. Absolutely. And that's great stuff. We love stuff like that. So we do some charitable stuff here. We enjoy it. We love giving back. And not that it's a humongous platform I have, but just a little bit of something and just getting people to show up is great. We love that. So I read you're more of an East Coast girl, New York by heart, if I'm not mistaken. Do you ever
Yeah.
find yourself in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the time.
Awesome. make sure to look us up sometime. We're going to be looking into me and a couple of partners are opening up a brewery in right outside of Philadelphia. So come in sometime, come have a seat with us and chat in person. That would be awesome. And that's what we'd like to do. It's just like bringing people together, bringing great talent out. And so you're definitely welcome. There's always a seat for you at our house.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, you're speaking my language. I love breweries like
Now we're
IPA.
talking.
Hello.
Oh,
Are you guys
yeah.
going to design a Are you guys going to design a house IPA at all?
Yeah, we have a couple already lined up. We have some New England style hazies. We have some West Coast double IPAs. We have Christmas beers. We got all kind of stuff ready. So we already have some in local bars. So we're killing it right now. Very exciting.
Yes. Oh, there's my friend Marlon. Oh my gosh. Hi,
There
Marlon.
he is. Marlon, thanks for tuning in. 3 flames. That's it, 3? I'm going more like 20. Looking good. You promised you were going to come out dressed to impress. And you did.
Yeah,
Thank you.
he's probably actually filming himself right now. So he's my my good friend from the paranormal, and we actually are working on a few projects together right now, including Albert Fish.
That sounds pretty awesome. So when you do paranormal, do you ever get emails or messages from regular people say, hey, can you come investigate my house? I swear there's crazy shit going on.
Yeah, I've gotten some really crazy emails, like crazy, crazy emails. Like one lady was like, there's a gorilla jumping through a portal and it
Wow.
stole my keys. And no offense to her, I totally buy into everything she said. I'm not trying to make fun of her, but that was just a really crazy story. Like
Yeah,
not one
wow.
you hear every day. I empathize with her portal situation. And I'm sure that, that if she had enough people there to bless that situation, it'll go away. But it was just one of those crazy things that happen. Like people have experiences like crazy, and I don't try to discount any of them because I
Sure.
know some of mine have been really crazy too. So, people are probably like, you're insane. But no, I'm serious.
You said earlier about the social experiment and how people view you and like the bikini. You tell anybody any story wearing a bikini, they're going to agree with you and listen and shake their head yes. Absolutely, whatever you say.
You'd be surprised. I rock the boat. I do. But I have a lot of female empowerment and a lot of ladies behind me.
Yeah.
So, it's been a really long run, and I'm an older female now in the paranormal. I've been here and had my feet down into this for decades now. So the respect level has changed. I noticed that the younger generations now are coming to me to ask questions about, a lot of different things about, how they should dress, how they should present themselves. And my answer is always the same, like stay true to who you are. Don't bend for anybody. If you don't wear button up dresses, don't do it. Don't go conservative if you're not, like we're in a field where people are worried about spirituality and you're telling people how to dress. It just doesn't
Yeah.
match up. Like Blue's Clues, these two things don't match.
Right. Like, I mean, just kind of be yourself. And like people say to me, like, yeah, what do you wear? Like, I'm a t-shirt. Like, come out with t-shirts. I like rock music. I wear
Yeah.
t-shirts. I like silly stuff. I wear t-shirts and just come on and do it. And that, if you're not going to be yourself, you're going to lose half the essence of the project, in my opinion. And I noticed you're rocking some crazy tattoos, some absolutely awesome tattoos.
Thank you.
One artist, multiple artists.
I've had multiple artists and I'm not finished by far, but I mean, my stomach tattoo isn't showing because the bikini thing didn't work out. Sorry. Thank the creepy guy. But,
Thanks,
but
creepy
yeah,
guy.
I have my leg sleeve started and my arm sleeve started, but I have a road map. I'm like,
It's amazing, though. I mean, and I love that kind of art as well. It looks great on you,
thank
definitely.
you.
So it's definitely cool. Like I said, I mean, to me, it's just me. A paranormal investigator with a little bit of an edge should look like you. Wear what you want to wear, have the tattoos, the long blonde hair, your personality. You just come out and kick ass. That's to me. That's what it's all about.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, people adapted over time. I had people that rightfully so were in the paranormal for a decade before I arrived there, and they were upset that I got a television gig so quickly. And I didn't understand at first. I was like, I'm awesome. Like,
Right.
we're awesome. You know what I mean? But
Right.
then I understood there is a pecking order in things, and people were there. People were substantiating evidence. The only difference was in that time frame, I was putting it on YouTube.
Right.
So people were doing things, they just weren't capitalizing on the media and social media. And I was. So every time I got evidence, I was like, here's a new video. And people are like,
Yeah.
I dressed like this and I was on battleships and going into the dark and I was adding my own music. And people are like, there's Rachel Hoffman with her music videos again. Like people hated me. They hated me. And then after a while, it was like, wow, Rachel Hoffman did that docu-series and, she found a dead body. And it was like, wow, that was crazy, wasn't it? Like, wasn't it crazy that the ghost called out to her and told her who killed them a year before they exhumed her body and
Wow.
actually found it? So I started winning like film festival awards and little things like that because and it wasn't even me, it was the ghosts. It was like they were validating me left and right. They were
Wow.
like, just believe her. We were here. So it was sensational. It was amazing, and it was a privilege for me to be there to speak with these women that were victimized, and for them to come out and speak to me. And so, really, what won the audience over was the true crime, and these people were mothers, they were sisters, they were daughters,
Yeah.
and they were extremely relatable, considering the fact that who in the middle of their life wants to be dragged into the woods and murdered and spend one day of their life being murdered and the rest of their entire existence on the planet being remembered for that single day.
Yeah. Wow. You don't even think of it that way. It's a really deep insight, an amazing insight, and shows that your faith and your belief in the project, which is awesome. But I agree. Like nowadays with social media, like go on YouTube and show people what you're all about and let them watch you and discover you. We get it. We get people that watch us on YouTube that I would never imagine in a million years. Thousands of people have viewed this show on YouTube, and it's just me. And I fearlessly, and I tell anybody that wants to get in this project, fearlessly just reach out to people, and
Yeah.
you'll never know who will come on. And again, I found you from the whole House that Eats Flesh project. I'm like, wow, what a great resume. I mean, everything's right. You just try to find the hot chicks. Well, yeah, it's a little something in it. Yeah, that helps. But I love resumes of impressive stuff. And like I said, it's not
Thank
just one thing where I was a little bit in this movie. You do movies and direct, produce, the investigating, and like I said, you put yourself out there. You're doing a great job with it. I said the
thank
education's impressive. You can hear the intelligence in your voice. I love stuff like this. I really do.
thank you so much. Aw.
Absolutely, yeah. I definitely. I was looking forward to this. It hurt a couple weeks back when we had to cancel, and I appreciate that too because here I am, my little program. I do all this spiel. I reach out, I ask, and then it's like, oh, can you come back? And you're like, and you even said like whenever. It's great. And I love
No,
doing it.
family
Yeah.
first always. Like I feel the same way. I have family of four boys. They're grown, they're bigger than me, but always always family first. And I take these shows very seriously. This is a career, this is a very serious thing. You guys put your heart
Sure.
and soul into it.
Yeah.
It's not like just because you come on once a week that you spend the whole week preparing for this. So
Yes.
I totally understand. You're very passionate, and I appreciated it. So I came back willingly. Of course, I understand anytime.
Thank you. It's been like really it's been terrific, and we love it. And I said like once you come on the show, we kind of consider you family and good friends. You bring your audience, they watch you, and some of them come back to watch us weeks and weeks down the line, which is great also. Um, what's next for you? What else do you want to get into? I know there's movies, I know there's videos, I know there's paranormal. Anything else that you feel like you still got to reach for?
Yeah, so I am rewinding back a little bit, and I'm finishing my book on the DNA structure of a ghost.
Wow.
And it's called Undissolved Matters, the Physical Properties of the Afterlife. And it just gets really into metaphysics, cosmology, and a few of the time-tested sciences that we've already come to know and love in physics. So it just reiterates that and talks about the potential DNA of a ghost and why we see them and why they're able to disappear and reappear and things like that. So
Wow, that is like, to me it's freaky. I've never seen anything in person. I would like to experience it one time. Like I said, if you ever find your way in the Pennsylvania area, I would like to try and go on some kind of expedition where you find something. And like it, that intrigues me.
Yeah, absolutely. I have some pretty valid evidence, and it's out there. I'll post some stuff so you can see it. But there's incredible equipment out there that is able to pick up the activity, so it's helpful.
That's awesome. I mean, if I went with you, I'm not gonna lie. I would go with you. You'd be like, "See that?" I would grab you, like, "Ah!" I'd be that scared guy. I would be. I would. That stuff would scare the hell out of me.
I did ghost tours, and I swear I've had more men that are like 6 foot tall, like step on my feet. So crazy.
So, young lady Angela, who's supposed to be co-hosting with us tonight, she had a little family emergency. She is a big fan of it as well. Totally wanted to be on, and she said, "Look, when Angela comes, I mean, I'm sorry, when Rachel comes on, I have to be here." So we're sorry for that, but she also wants to know too, like, when can we expect this book? Is it something you're definitely going to finish? Like, because we would love to get into it. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, so 2022, the book is being bound by Harvard. I'm really
Awesome.
excited. I also have another project with Marlon, who was on just a minute ago, poking
Yes.
his head through with those three flames, only three.
Only
Um,
three. It's on a scale of
but
1 to 3.
we're going to try to give a 5-star performance with it. But
Uh,
so I'll be down there, and simultaneously, I will be doing some docuseries that I have just kept my mouth shut on right now.
okay.
But we'll be working together on that. So 2022 will be the year for the book. I'm really excited about it.
So are we, and we definitely want to bring you back and talk about that. So much stuff like I feel I missed. Um, the big question, and you know, why is it always beautiful women in horror films being chased by the killers, the ghosts? Like why do they pick on the pretty ones? Why is it?
I know. I was directing. I'm like, hey, let's take the scene out. Let's let this girl just do some you know.
Yeah,
So what I liked about Axe to Grind was the development on the ground happened when they met me, and I was supposed to be like victimized initially, and then the creator spent some time Skyping with me, and they were like, no. And I actually had people doing the funding. I think it was like $18,000. People paid to be my boyfriend,
wow,
and then they decided,
damn,
yeah, they decided not to have me have a boyfriend at all. So I wound up to be more independent in the movie. So I think some character development does wind up happening throughout the course of people meeting you.
yeah,
They didn't picture me as like somebody that would just be sitting there as a punching bag, I guess. Once they met me and they saw my, presence.
yeah,
People don't real. I'm also almost 5'8". So people don't realize like that when I come into a room, I'm very like big, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
some of these girls, some of these little ladies that I work with are so tiny. And people will see me in pictures and like, are you standing on your tippy toes? And I'm like, no, these people
Wow.
are tiny. Okay. And they're like, are you like 6'5"? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm under 6 foot, but I am a very tall girl. So in heels, I'm a little taller. So I think that it's about presence, and I want to change that. I definitely want to change that style, especially throughout the course of the year, and taking the reins and the way things are changing now with more the inclusion.
Yeah.
I think that horror movies are going to take a whole new turn.
I like that, and we do it here. We have some tremendous solo female artists that sing, and just their music is dominating. And like I said, authors, actresses, directors, producers, etc. It is definitely the time of women. It's not like it used to be, and you should be proud of that. And you're definitely a pioneer of it, and one of the outgoing people that really just presents it and kicks ass. And it doesn't matter if you're like a beautiful tall blonde. It doesn't make a difference if you're little short, little 5 foot, whatever you are. Yeah, go out and be it. I mean, because that's what we need. We need more people to just come forward and express themselves instead of being scared of, like me, people say, oh, you must have been doing this your whole life. No, I just picked up a microphone one day and said, you know what? I just want to have a show, and here I am. I'm no
You've
professional.
got
I just
brave.
do it.
And to be honest, some of those little tiny girls, I mean, honestly, there were some guys that were like auditioning when I was casting, and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm afraid I'm going to hurt so and so." I'm like, "Listen, if you were in a dark alley, I would be afraid for you." Okay, because these girls that I am hiring are not shy, and
Right.
they have done this before. Angel Bradford, Morgan Thompson, all girls that are very like savvy in this genre, and they can run and jump and do a chokehold. So there's a lot of that going on in The House That Eats Flesh. There's a
Yes,
lot of amazing kills. I can't give anything away or I'll get sued.
I gotcha. We had a Halloween episode. We had Lydia Manson on, who is also
Hmm.
in that project, and just terrific. And kind of the same attitude. Like, look, the movie is not just about the little girl run through the woods tripping and getting killed. It's like about all of us just being tough and doing our part in the movie, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Josh had a great he had a great idea towards the end. Like I said, that was one of them that unfortunately some of the actors didn't show up. And so it was more like scrambling to the end. But that's where, you can tell when people have a really great creative soul. And there was a lot of great teamwork there, and everybody worked together. And it was 11 hours of kills in a single night.
Jeez.
I had
Wow.
blood in the canal of my ear. I think it was like till 3 weeks ago.
Wow. Yeah, that stuff. I mean, all that prop stuff. Like I used to go all out for Halloween, the makeups and all. Never again. It's I can only
Well, my hair
imagine.
is blonde, but you see that it's not really like this is movie every 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
I'm due for an appointment. I have to spoil myself, but
There you go.
yeah, the blood destroyed a lot of my hair. I actually kept some of the extensions and stuff that I wore.
Yeah.
Oh, they were saturated. It was hilarious because it was like, oh yeah, this won't dye anything. I'm like, well, after 11 hours, it'll probably dye anything.
Yeah. Exactly. So, real quick, you mentioned your size stature, 5'8". You have kind of look. Ever think of maybe a Wonder Woman kind of project? We were talking about that last night. How Wonder Woman now seems kind of small for what Wonder Woman is.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Justice League. It was bad. Let's just be really honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
It was really, really bad. But
Yes.
the characters were great. The storyline just it was what it was. We all know, like we're all critics, and I wanted to love it. I really did.
Hey, right, we all do.
But yeah, yeah, I had thought about Wonder Woman in that when she was first cast, I was a little disappointed because I think she should have been a woman. But I did like the actress afterwards. She really put forth a really great performance.
Right.
But I think Wonder Woman should be a woman. And it should be a woman that's older. The true Wonder Woman fans would not allow me to be blonde if that were the case. I'd have to
True. True.
have.
Our my co-host on Tuesday nights, Jewel, is a massive Wonder Woman fan, and last night we were just kind of breaking it all down because she's very into a certain look. But like I said, when you talk about the size and the stature and just kind of looking at you there, except the blonde hair, I think you can rock it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll try it. I'll try it. Now that you said it, I'll do it.
There you
I'll do
go.
it for you guys. I'll take one for the team.
There you go. So, I mean, again, this was just absolutely amazing. We were already like well past the allotted time that I promised you, but it's hard to get rid of you because you're great. This is really just a great time. And give me the eyes, and yeah, you're definitely not going nowhere now.
Thank you so much. No, you're
Absolutely.
awesome. I don't mind at all. I could talk all night.
Thank you. We appreciate that. So I'm trying to find myself back. 'Cause I kind of timeline questions. I just totally lose them. So I think I covered a lot of the stuff, which is really cool. But what else? What else do you get? Do you get into singing at all? Are you into dancing? Like, what else do you do? What
Um,
do you do for fun stuff?
well, I build things. I have a school bus that I built into a house. I keep the project on Schooly Fooly, which is a Instagram page, so it's fully running and has, accommodations and things. So things like that. I don't really sing unless the music is on full blast and I'm in the shower and nobody's listening, or I wouldn't have any fans. I don't really dance either. I'm not. I wish
I'm
I
the
could say
same.
I was like a Spice Girl slash Fly Girl, like I could do it all, but I mean, I can dance and I can sing. It's just whether or not anybody would really want to watch that.
And I get you. We all sing to an extent. One of our great viewers, a former co-host, Miss JoJo, wants to know, how many movies have you been in?
I've been in 3 movies, but I've done a lot of B-roll footage for the Travel Channel, and I've been on the Travel Channel for the Paranormal Challenge and the Bio Channel for My Ghost Story multiple number of times, just due to the fact that the evidence was like crawling out of both ends. And I usually try to make it onto Rhode Island television at least once or twice a year with my friend and author, Sam Beltrusis. So I'm pretty much out there a lot. Now I do docuseries. So I'll be putting a lot more out on YouTube. Won't be as much of me on there. Like I said, it'll be more about the history and true crime and the locations and stuff. You'll hear my voice on some of the voiceovers and things like that. During the paranormal investigation after the show, that's where you'll see me, in horrible night vision, looking scary, just talking to the ghosts and trying to get to the bottom of what is dwelling there based off of what happened there. And usually I find that if someone's murdered in a certain location and their blood is spilled, and the more graphically they're killed, the longer and the more powerful their signal is when we arrive.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I had another viewer, my man JT, who I've known a long time. What do you think of the Long Island Medium?
I enjoyed her show. I know that she was scrutinized pretty heavily, but every psychic that I know is. Most of
Yeah.
my friends are psychic. Like 90% of my friends are paranormal. So we've all been held under some form of scrutiny one time or another. You can't always be right. Can't always have everything at your fingertips. From what I've seen from her, she's been pretty amazing and she's helped a lot of people. And she's fun to watch. So.
That's awesome. That's a great answer as well. And to respect the people around you, because like I said, from the outside, some people are like, it's the craziest thing I've ever heard. You can't see this. You can't know this. You can't predict this. And when things happen, oh, it's got to be fixed. It's got to be rigged. That's got to be fake. Why? Why can't it be possible that it's out there and people are experts at it, like yourself and the medium, etc. People that know a little more of the outside world, if you will.
Yeah, and there are psychics that just speak to the dead. There are psychics that just find jewelry. There are psychics that are healers. I mean, in my business, I know that there are people that speak in galleries to groups. There are people that speak one-on-one. Stormy Daniels, who
Yeah.
was also an axe to grind, is in the paranormal field as a paranormal investigator with her show Spooky Babes, and she also does the tarot card reading and psychic reading. I believe I've never had one from her, but from what I see, it's pretty substantial.
That's cool. You guys close? Do you keep in contact a lot?
Yeah, we definitely do. We're both drama llamas.
All right. I've got to invite her on our program sometime. We'd love to talk to her. Absolutely. We love stuff like
Yes,
that.
I know she'd love to come on. She is big into horror, big into the paranormal. She's a big dork just like us.
Absolutely. We'd love that. If you could help us out and make it happen, we would totally love it. I'd totally welcome
Yeah,
her
a name
here.
drop for sure.
I would love that. And we could, we don't just have to talk about the adult projects. We talk about all the projects.
Yeah, well, that's what she's doing. She's got her director hat on now.
Awesome.
She's got her paranormal hat
Yeah.
on right now. She has been doing movies in quite some time. I know during different interviews that she has been talking about and expressing different things. I won't speak for her. I'll let you guys do that during your wonderful interview.
Sure. Thank you. Chat.
Check.
Yeah. So we don't interview. That's such a dirty word nowadays. But
It is. Oh my gosh.
a little bit. Like I said, everything is like it's conversation. But I've been told like when you approach people, because some people we have to go through an agent.
Yeah.
And had the agent come back and say sounds a little too off the wall for us. I'm like, okay, there's nothing like. It's like I'm running around with my pants down or anything. Like we're having a conversation, getting to know the real you. There's certain things that we don't have to touch on, and we're respectful here. We really,
There was a few agents that I spoke to, Malcolm McDowell's agent specifically, and I was doing the interview with him, which is on YouTube, where he puts on my ghost goggles, and he was just the most amazing individual. And we
wow,
were like, okay, so what don't we say? Because like you want to be so careful not to screw up something like that, especially with
right,
someone so substantial.
sure,
And so they were like, don't mention Stanley Kubrick. And I was like, okay, we won't. We will just
right.
not mention him. And so when we asked Malcolm who he would bring back from the dead, he said Stanley. And we were
Wow, like,
like
yeah,
we
like
couldn't
now
believe
what?
it. We couldn't believe it. So it's so juicy. It's live, like I said, you can see it yourselves, and you can see him asking me out. It was like I was
Wow,
freaking out. It was awesome. But for a while I was doing the celebrity interviews, and I was asking everybody, what their experience was in the paranormal. And I was just very popular, I guess. And they didn't know at the time that my boyfriend was actually the cameraman. So it's kind of awesome, but funny. Yeah, it was
and
great. Good times.
that's a little awkward, but
Yeah.
and we've had it. Like we've had some actresses on. Madeleine Zima, who's been in a ton of movies. She used to be on The Nanny back in the day as
Yep.
the little girl, and she's terrific. She's been with us before, and her agent said, "Look, I'm going to give her your number. She's going to call you and tell you what you can't talk about." Well, the phone rings. It's her. I'm geeking out because I love her, and I'm like, she's like, "Look, I don't want to, I don't want to talk about this and that, and we're not going to discuss." And I'm like, whatever you say, dear, But it's cool. I
Hmm.
respect that. And there's certain things that people don't want to discuss that we leave off the table. And
Yeah.
I wrote in to ask you, and I know I didn't plan on anything too hard hitting, but I'd like to ask people: is there anything that makes you uncomfortable? Anything you don't want to talk about? But you seem pretty laid back. You said let it loose, and when you talk about
Yeah, no,
your
I'm fine. It's just generally like relationship stuff, like people will sometimes ask me like super personal questions and stuff like that can be a lot for me. But I mean, other than that, I mean, I really don't have anything personal going on. Like I have no, nothing really, but I make myself sound so mysterious. I don't know what I was headed with.
that's actually good. That's the way to keep people drawn in. What they do?
Yeah.
No. But yeah, we're not that way. I don't need to know like back when you were 19, you were driving the car and this and that happened. That's not our stuff. We like knowing
Yeah,
about what you do
no,
now.
I get no,
Yeah.
that's fine. And some people do. Some people really delve in. I'm like, I'm crying by the end. No, I'm just actually joking.
I will never make you cry. Maybe cry in happiness sometime or laughter, but that's not
Perfect.
that.
That's my favorite kind.
Awesome. So we will definitely keep in touch. We'd like to invite you back on and obviously keep up with your projects and just to shoot the can I say, yeah, just to shoot the shit sometime because a lot of interesting things, a lot of interesting things you do and say. I'm getting tongue tied. I'm getting nervous now at the end of this. As less nervous than I was in the beginning of this, but but I do like the thigh highs though. I'm gonna give you big props for that. I'm a big
Oh,
fan.
well, thank you.
It's my
That's my
favorite.
signature thing. Just to
Oh
let you
yeah.
know.
All
People are
right.
probably like, "Do you ever change your socks?" And I'm like, "I have 100 pair of these. I should do like the Wednesday Addams thing because all my wardrobe is pretty dark, but I have the stockings. Like I have a stocking fetish.
All right.
It's pretty much well known amongst my fans, but I wear them to bed every night, different kinds of stockings and things like that. It's just my favorite. And so when people see them on me, they see like dark stockings. They're like, again? I'm like, yeah, again, again. How would you recognize me?
Right. It works for you. I'm gonna get you a pair from my brewery that says Loso Brewing on it, and I need you to
I
wear
will
them for me.
rock them.
I appreciate it. That'd be awesome. That's like my new thing. Like I want to give people merchandise and wear my merchandise and
Stockings are
Instagrams.
like, that's where it's at.
That's where it's at. Fellas, you hear it out there, the way to Rachel Hoffman's heart. Christmas is coming. Buy those stockings. Care of the O Show. Send us your stockings. We'll send them out to Rachel because I'm sure her address is private.
I live in a bus. I'm gonna just be on the road. You have to like throw it to me like as I drive by.
That'd be pretty cool. And like I said, our door's always open out here in PA, and we'll talk more if it's okay with you, on Facebook
Oh,
like
yeah,
we
no, I
did.
have an Amazon wish list, like if anybody wants it. It's
Oh,
no,
snap.
my Amazon wish list, that's no secret.
And you send me the link and I will reshare it that link on the
Thank
pages
you.
and the show ads. That's only because you deserve it, because you're awesome. We look forward to do it again. We definitely would love to have you come back on and talk more about the project, because I had a blast. I mean, this was absolutely terrific. Like I said, usually people say, how long is the chat? I'm like, usually 20, 25 minutes. We're probably close to an hour, and I've loved it. It feels like it flew by. It really did.
I didn't even, I looked, I was like, what?
I
How?
know. I no
It's like a
idea.
time warp. It's just a time warp of coolness, I guess.
Absolutely. You just nailed it. So you're going to have a traveler on the road. Bear is moving into his van soon. He's going to start touring with his music. He's a musician, great musician. So you guys will cross paths on the road. Say hello.
Yes, we'll cross.
Absolutely. I thank you so much. The beautiful Rachel Hoffman. Rachel, thank you so much. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk soon, and we definitely would like to have you on again real soon.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Likewise, same to you. Thank you very much. Oh, wait, maybe fishnets next time.
Ooh.
Interesting. I think we're on to something here. I think we had the great meeting you. Yeah, absolutely, just absolutely great. And it's kind of like meeting, because it feels like we're here, even though we're apart. It's like we're here, and that's like the magic of like the webcast, I like to call it. Getting to kind of
Together.
sing. Exactly. My heart. Make sure my wife's not watching. All right. I will let you go again. Thank you again, and have a great evening. We'll talk soon.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Rachel Hoffman, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, terrific. I gave her the little escape. I can still see her backstage. Gracious. Just a beautiful and talented and intelligent woman. So much to offer. I loved it. I loved every minute of that. I admit, when I do it by myself, I get a little nervous. Like, am I going to run out of questions? Am I going to run out of things to say? But she just had so much to say. And she said so much, too. Very cool. And I want to thank my man JT for checking out the show tonight and asking some cool questions. Angela, we definitely missed you tonight. And we will get Rachel back. I told Rachel it was important for you to be on. Easy now. Well, yeah, beautiful she is. She said the bikini's not going to work, but I would dress to impress. And she did. She looked amazing. Like, definitely a kick-ass style. I'm a tattoo guy. I love tattoos. My wife will tell you she's got a few now. I love them. And she rocks it. And she's into, like, the women power and going out and owning it. And, like I said, producing, directing, acting, keeping shit in line. She said she was brought in to clean up a shit show of a movie. So she's a boss. Badass boss. Thank you very much to the amazing Rachel Hoffman. Again, check out IMDb. It's a app and website. It's where you go to find all the movies and actors and actresses, etc. Look up Rachel Hoffman. Just that so we can see all her projects she's been in and how to find out. And you can find her on Facebook. You can find her on Instagram. I usually share the link now. I didn't tonight. I was a little geeked tonight. A little messed up. Yeah, I know tonight kind of went south. I do apologize. I do send you the best of wishes, Angela. We will bring you back. We'll bring Rachel back. We'll do it together. A couple nice heart emojis. Jillian Harris. Happy birthday again, Miss Jillian Harris. A touch of J. She's the host and creator of that. So thank you for tuning in. Nicholas Graves, we thank you as well. My man's been on since the beginning tonight. So thanks, dude, for this. Like I said, we do it every Tuesday and Wednesday night. Tuesday is the Yo Show, myself and Jewel Tatey. Again, just bringing you great guests, top 5 lists, hot topics, some silly stuff. We do Yo 2.0 on Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock. Angela has been a reoccurring guest co-host. We've had other guest co-hosts. Angela Roy does kick ass, though. We've started Bar Tab Trivia, where Angela is live in a bar and people are answering trivia questions for money to put towards their bar tab. Angela is the naughty side of 2.0. She definitely has the mouth and the fearlessness. Fearlessness? Is that a word? I don't even know. But and last night, Miss Pinky Schiavo has lined me up to dance on one of her poles at her pole academy. She's got one of those pole fitness centers. You're going to see me on a pole. We're going to do it live. We're going to get this crew. Might not be till after the new year, but you're going to see it. Absolutely. Yep, Bear Reigns is in fact on, and he's a fan of yours, JoJo, and he had mentioned it to me that he's a fan. Of course, as you know, next week, so JoJo, stick around. I didn't forget about you because next week on our program, next Wednesday night in the 2.0 segment, we have a very special guest. I'm very excited for this. It's something a little bit different. She is the host. There she is right there. Very cute. She's the host of House of 1,000 Pops. So she's a Funko Pop enthusiast, much like myself. And much like JoJo, I can't believe I absolutely lost the posting here. There it is right there. December 8th on U 2.0 from House of 1,000 Pops. It's Jassy Capella. Super cool. She does a lot of great Funko Pop stuff, giveaways, box openings, collecting, and she's got a great YouTube show, House of 1,000 Pops. And she's going to be on with us. We're going to talk about, of course, Funko Pops, my favorite thing. For the holidays, some of her favorites, some of the things she does, and I know it's one of JoJo's favorite things, and maybe have her come back and guest co-host with us. What do you think? We'll see how that works out. Of course, Angela, you're definitely on our docket as well. I never forget the amazing Angela. The Yo Show, as we do on Tuesday nights, we welcome this coming Tuesday musician D.K. Rains will be on the show. One of our great PR people who gets us some great acts. Beatrice Kimmel brings us another terrific one. A great singer, Mr. D.K. Lyons, is going to be on the program December 7th. That's the Yo Show, and like I said, 2.0 at Jassy Capella on the 8th. We are working on, not sure if we're going to be able to pull it off this year, we're working on another Christmas show with Christmas carols. But now they got a little more strict on sharing stuff that is licensed and that record companies own. So I don't know if we could do that, but we'll see what we can do for Christmas time this year. Of course, bring on some of our favorite charity people as well. Holidays are always a great time to donate, to give back, and there's a lot of thankful people out there and a lot of needy people. So share. Let's have a great holiday season. Thanksgiving was awesome. Let's make it a great Christmas. And remember, my wife's going to be in Florida, so if you have Christmas dinner for me, invite me, and they will bring the Yo Show crew in and film you. Ha! I love it. 9:30 p.m. The Rachel Hoffman interview went. Chat. No interview. Dirty word. Chat. Went pretty long, but I loved it. You know, I'm not turning away anybody that wants to just keep talking about great stuff, and she was pretty awesome, and I love that, and I love her, and I think she's terrific. And like I said, the horror movies get me a little queasy, but hey, getting ready to record my Christmas, that's what I want. I want some of our great artists out there, some who've been on the show, some we've invited on the show, etc., to make your own Christmas tune. Let's have a Christmas carol special with all original tunes. I'm down for that, Bear. I need it. I love Christmas carols. Last year we had such an amazing show with so many great talents that shared classic Christmas carols. And like I said, I know it's changed a lot this year. We had one episode blocked because I played a 5-second snippet of a violin artist playing a, I don't even remember what the song, it was Hotel California. Just played a 5-second snippet. Next thing you know, I'm getting Facebook messages like, dude, it's off. Dude, they canceled it. Dude, they shut it off. Like, what happened? And so you can get away with that a little more on YouTube. The exclusive. That's what I like. I like exclusives. I like breakthrough. I like everything. What the fuck am I kidding? If you could bring something on the show, I love it. I didn't get very far into this beer, and I'm a little disappointed because, what the fuck? I'm not that disappointed. I had a great night tonight, and I love the audience and people to come in. And like I said, to get the guests on, and Rachel Hoffman's people popped in. We appreciate that. And like I said, we have guest co-hosts, stars that come on, etc., that come back, and their people come back, and we love that, man. It's super cool. We appreciate that. I see a thumbs up from my sister-in-law, Beth Perini. Beth, thank you very much for tuning in this evening. Always a big supporter, much bigger supporter than that husband of yours. Now, he watched tonight as well. My brother Rob was here. Thanks for tuning in. Beth, thanks for tuning in as well. I love when the family pops in. They know me. They know this is the real me. They know my big mouth and the dumb shit I say. They know my crazy Funko Pop collection. Matter of fact, it's where we watch football every Sunday. Right here in the Yo Show studio. We got the recliner over there. We got a big wraparound couch. I got all kind of sports memorabilia, computers to watch. We do it every week. It's great. And we do fantasy football galore on Sunday. So there's been talks with a couple of people about a potential fantasy football show in my future as well. It's all part of that Stoop Radio Network. It's going to be, Jesus Christ, it's going to be huge, folks. And I don't care what kind of money it makes. It's crazy how many Rachels and Rachels the Ocho is. And we have Rachel Bello, Rachel Hoffman, Rachel Green. There's something about the name Rachel that brings out the best of the Ocho. And they're great. Rachel Green, of course, is fantastic. Her family and her Greenheart fans. That's where Bear came from. Bear's a Greenheart. Came out to watch Rachel and has been coming back ever since. And one of these days, dude, we're going to hear your music and we're going to hang out and we're going to each grab a big bottle of this and just swig and have a blast. Because you're my dude, man. I love you and you do a great job of trying to recruit talent. When I told you we were talking about Edge of Paradise and you're like, dude, get Edge of Paradise. Get Margarita Monet on the lead singer. I never really thought about it. I'm like, man, they're pretty big. They got a huge following. And it reached out. She's like, oh, I'd love to do it. And she was incredible, man. Like I said, just put it out there. Put yourself out there. Get a webcast, podcast. Message these awesome talents because they want to talk about their talent and they want to sell it to new people. You know, I've got, like I said, I always say, I got a playlist filled with guests that have been on there. Eden James and Rachel Green and Lisa Valentine and Lisa Orlando and Susie Corey and God, I'm forgetting so many, but Philadelphia's own Bees. Of course, St. Ricketts. How the hell you forget St. Ricketts? I got their stuff on there. And, you know, we're so blessed. And a lot of the songs are so great and they're a part of me now every day. And when I hear a song come on my playlist from somebody who's been on the show, I'm like, yeah, like I remember them. Like they're fucking awesome. Love you too, dude. You are the man. And helping behind the scenes is great, man. We need that. We need a little more help. Like Jules' own Duck is supposed to be our intern. That poor girl. She never comes with us. Jewel, if you're out there and you catch the replay or watch tonight, we love you, of course. We love Jewel. Tuesday nights, the Yo Show with Jewel Tatey. Wednesday nights, Yo 2.0. We've had Angela Marie on, of course, several times with us. We've kicked it off with Tina Marie Celine, of course, from Mindy Pond. She was our first Yo 2.0 guest co-host. JoJo, we seen her on the night. She did an episode with us. So, look, man, let's make all of us famous. Let's get you on the show, man. Let's do the thing. You know, come on here. It's easy. I can do it. If I can do it, any of you fools can do it. And get to meet some great guests. So, again, next Wednesday night we do House of 1,000 Pops with Jessie Capella. Can't wait to meet her. Tuesday night, DK Lions. And we have more shows lined up. You know, I didn't put all the graphics in, but let's see what we got coming up here. I lied. I didn't put any of them in my book either. We do have others there, so tune in Tuesday and Wednesday night and you'll see what we got going on for some great upcoming guests, some super people with big followings and big artists and big names, and that's how we do it here. We love it. We love every minute of it, and I thank you again for tuning in. 9:35 is a little early to cut bait. I don't want to cut quite yet. I got much else to say. Work again comes tomorrow. Don't forget Loso Brewing Company, of course. And I'm going to share the sites and all for my beer company. Me and my three terrific partners making it happen in the beer world. Of course, at www.losobrewingcompany.com. Now out is the Christmas Kringle Ale. It's our competition to Mad Elf. I think it's better than Mad Elf. And you can find it right now at Trevose Beer and Soda on Andrews Road in the Trevose Shopping Center. Right now, they've got Christmas, Kringle Christmas Ale, Brownsville Bonfire Ale, and of course, Big Buck American Ale in cans, and the Hazy Dragon. They got cans of it right now. Go get yourself some goddamn Loso beer. No, I don't think so. She's very cool. Very down there. As I said, we've had some nice conversations. She just she wants to be just liked and respected for the talent that she is. And, you know, I was going to answer that question about what kind of messages she gets. I can only imagine. Like I've said with Jewel, you know, dudes feel the need to throw certain merchandise, if you will, in women's message box. You know, it is what it is. Dude, I can't wait for you to have some of either. We have some terrific brews. My main man, CJ Joint, that does the brewing for Loso Brewing Company, quite a talent. He makes some awesome recipes. I'm telling you, man, not just toot my own horn. When the brewery finally opens early next year, we're going to send out a mass invite, and we're going to have bands. We're going to have indoor cornhole. We're going to have so much stuff going out. It's going to be awesome. The location will be on Brownsville Road. It'll be in Trevose, in the Trevose Shopping Center, in the corner. We're in the corner shopping center. There's also a Dunkin' Donuts there, Primo's Hoagies, the great Trevose Pizza, Trevose Beer and Soda. And we open to the public early next year. We wanted to do it sooner. You got to get the licensing and all the final approvals, and they're all pretty much here. It's a big 10,000 square foot facility, so there's a lot of room. Like I said, there's going to be a stage, there's going to be a giant bar, probably 11 of our own beers on tap at all times, wine, liquor, like I said, VIP room and tables and food trucks will be coming out. Like I said, there's local eaters right there that we'll get in touch with to bring food right to us. So it is going to be outstanding. I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited to get my friends there and some of the artists there to perform and just have a great goddamn party. I'm at that age now, man, where, it's a business. People are like, oh, man, it's a business. You're always going to be working. You're putting your money out there. You're putting your neck on the line. Yeah, fuck it. You get one go around. And I'm excited for it because I like to party and see other people having a great time. That's why I do this. That's why I will do that. And that's why I will do anything. It's want to have some fun, man. I need your mailing address to send you my brother's caramel apple pie. Ooh, baby. I'll give you my address, but if I come home one day and see it peeping in my window, I'm going to be a little freaked out. Flattered, but a little freaked out. No, that's good stuff. Anybody's welcome to catch a glimpse. Got my Guns N' Roses shirt on. I got my pajama pants on. Pulled up halfway to my leg. It's good stuff, man. I laid back. There's no suit wearing. It's not that kind of show. But I do appreciate it. Remember, again, Yo Show, Tuesday nights, 8 p.m., myself and Jewel Tatey. And Wednesday nights, Yo 2.0 with different great guest hosts. And great fun. Of course, Angela tonight was supposed to be with us. And Angela, no need to apologize, man. You've been a rock star for us. You've brought new audience members. You've done kick-ass projects. We love you. We're here for you. And just get back to us, man. Get back to us soon. You know how to do it. And you know we're here for you. And feel free to, drop the line. My phone's open. I just found out the Rocket Center, Christian Wood and Kevin Porter will not return to tonight's lineup. Okay. It's the gambler in me. Sickness. It's a sickness, I tell you. Am I missing anything good on Facebook besides me? My live video has been interrupted. The broadcast is paused. I wonder what happened there. Did I break something? Did I say something wrong? God damn it. Yeah, well, it happens. I've been banned. I'm banned. Oh my God! Is it? CBS promotional copyright released their claim on your video. Oh, wait a minute. This is from like 10 years ago. What the hell was this? Copyright claim. I don't know what the hell I did, but it's from a long time ago. That episode is like, that was from Tiffany Mosher's birthday. And there's a copyright claim. There are changes to your video. See details. The rights owner released their claim on your video. Okay, I have no idea. I didn't realize I shared. Oh, I shared happy birthday. Excuse me. Thank you, JT. I am still live. YouTube never cuts me off. Facebook every once in a while gets a little testy. YouTube, I'm cooking. YouTube's where it's at. Yeah, follow us on YouTube and watch the Yo Show. Maybe someday I'll make a few bucks. Gremlins. It's something like that. It's weird. I think I played Happy Birthday in the beginning of the show, and a few months later, hey, we own Happy Birthday. You can't do that. Whatever. Fuck it. I can say fuck, but I can't play 5 seconds of a song. You got to see the rigmarole you got to go through to get music licensing. And even when you get music licensing, they still shut you off half the time. I know a few people that have done it. So, that's okay. We'll use our independent artists and their music. Speaking of which, don't forget, find some great music from our house bands, we like to call them, St. Ricketts. I got their thing there. It is right there. www.stricketts.com. Facebook.com, but Fire Cannot Burn is the song we played Tuesday night, but it had their website, so we're going to share it. Facebook has jealous tarts that have no life as employees. As he says, coming from Facebook. My man. I don't know. I watch YouTube all the time. Smart TV is the greatest idea ever. I spend nights down here in my basement, my man cave, my Yo-Show studio, and I just watch YouTube like all night. I love YouTube shit. I absolutely do. What am I missing? Oh, we were going to do the dating scene thing, but it's not really good for a guy to do it. So next time, Angela and I, or maybe Joel and I are here, we're going to talk about the dating scene. Who's got the advantage, men over women. Can't really do it tonight because you know who's going to win. I haven't dated in, 11 years? My last date was with my wife. It's been about 11 years. I don't really know what's involved. I used to enjoy it. I still enjoy it. I still enjoy taking my wife out on dates. So, but I know nothing about the dating scene anymore. That's why we're going to pick unmarried people. We're going to find out. Maybe we'll do it like a big forum one night here on the show. So much shit to do on the show. Angela still wants to have a bikini contest on the show. We almost had Rachel Hoffman in a bikini tonight. I don't know. She said it. She offered. We also almost had Brianna Dale in a bikini. She said, I'm surprised you didn't ask me to wear a bikini. Well, yeah, what am I going to say? Hi, come on my show and please wear a bikini. Yeah, that's not my thing. Although she is still our #1 viewed episode. There she is. She's in a bikini on our show, whether she knows it or not. The amazing Brianna Dale, who I am going to email to get back on the program because she's so great. Her stories are so great. Autograph calendar. And, yeah, she's a hottie. We had a great time. We did shots and we just... Awesome. Even Good Day Philadelphia on Fox 29 had to cut back on audio clips because it was hurting their budget by bombardment from publishing owners. That is insane. You kind of figure, like, television and networks have that figured out. You would think. You think they'd have a legal team or at least earn the rights. And if I own music or I have music, I would want it played on TV, etc. She's and super cool. Really super cool. Like, you know, you see these women and they model and they got 1 million followers on Instagram and you're like, oh, geez. Super cool. And great to talk to, laid back, more than happy to come on when she came on and did shots with us. And Jewel informed me, which I didn't know till after, there was like a picture of her naked in the background of her house. I didn't even notice that, but we'll shoot for that again. Yeah, again, nervous. 1 million followers and our #1 watched episode, like over 10,000 some people viewed that episode. They didn't come for me. They came for Brianna Dale. I'm okay with that. That's what we do. I do it for the people. You don't want to see this face. I like how viewers keep popping in and they tune in and like, look at this jackass drinking this big bottle of beer. Like, where's the hot chick? Where's the blonde? With the thigh highs and the tattoos. Yeah, she talked about a social experiment to find out how people responded to wearing a bikini and somebody stole it. That's a wild-ass story, man. But who knows? Somebody's in their glory, I guess. Bear, basically, every woman that comes on the show is your potential ex-wife. We should have, like, the Bear Reigns dating game. Can you imagine? It's good stuff. You deserve it. But yeah, Rachel Hoffman is, and then she said, like, I don't want to talk about relationships. I see what her relationship status says on Facebook. I don't ask. I don't, you know. A couple weeks ago, Rachel Green, she came out and mentioned boyfriend. Rachel Bellow mentioned boyfriend. If you mention that you have somebody, we'll talk about it if you want to talk about it. You know, I don't drool and say, so you got a man? That's creepy. I don't even like asking my wife if she's married. Sometimes that freaks me out. She is. Hello to Cassie, and congratulations to Cassie, as always, that last treatment. And now it's time for her to spend some time for the holidays with her family down in Florida, and I'll be here. And it's great. Things are going good right now. Life is good. Low Show Brewery coming up. The Yo Show kicking ass. My wife getting back to health. Great friends and fans. My man JT, it was great seeing you tonight, dude, and having you on and chatting with you and having you share some stories. And Bear, of course, you know, you're my dude. 15 years single. You know, I thought I was going to, I thought I was going to be single forever. And no disrespect to any of the women I dated before my wife. Because some might pop on the show. There were some wonderful people, but there was something about her that just changed it all. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be single forever. I don't care. This is the life I want to lead. I'm going to wake up in a, pool of my own vomit 'cause I'm out partying all night. Different chicks. There wasn't that many chicks that came through. There were some. But. And I met her, and I'm kind of like, yeah, this is it. I am finding the rest of my life here. I'm getting all sappy in front of my audience here. I made Scats cry last night on the show. So Scats was talking about his cancer deal. Man, riveting. Good people that were talking about Family Feud and all. That was a great episode. Oh, if you missed it, you can still catch the replay on the Stoop Radio Network on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. We love our Twitchers. Thank you for people on Twitch. I'm still new to it. We got like 15 or 16 followers. I don't know. I agree. She is Supergirl. You won't find anybody better. Neither will she. No, she is. She's definitely she's a superstar, and I keep calling her, as you see on social media, my superhero. She is, man. I'm so proud of the fight, and she's always been so hyper and so like strong-willed, and it's always about doing something that I knew like this was gonna just be a speed bump. And she's going to be back to being our superstar. She thought about guest co-hosting tonight, and she said, the thought of going on straight for 2 hours might be a lot for me. So, I get it. I don't know if, hear the way her husband talks to Rachel Hoffman. Yeah, I'm a good boy. Just not on Tuesdays or Wednesdays between 8 and 10. That's bad boy me. But I like it. I enjoy it. She knows what it takes to get my aggressions out. It is that Kryptonian blood. Yeah, man. Rock star. Absolute rock star. So thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight. We're actually coming up on the 10 o'clock hour. I didn't think I'd be able to fly through this solo. It's tough doing it solo, but I'm not really solo. Like I said, Bear's always in the house with some quotes and comments. And like I said, my man JT was here tonight with some great comments. And Rachel was awesome and took up, like almost an hour. I'm not complaining, so that was awesome. And we just keep doing it like we do it. Next week, as I said, 2 big shows. Tuesday night, musician DK Lyons will be here. And on Wednesday night, Jessie Capella from House of 1,000 Pops on YouTube. And she said, trust me, I know how to chat and interview. I've done thousands of programs. That's going to be great. So we're going to talk all about her Funko Pops. I am going to clock out now for the evening. I kind of get sad at Wednesday at 10 o'clock because it's like a whole week before I see you all again. But I love doing it. Give my voice a rest, drink a little more of that beer, maybe eat some cereal, play with the dog, and go to bed because tomorrow is another work day in the life. So thank you. Again, huge thank you to Rachel Hoffman for coming on tonight. You were absolutely awesome. We love you. We adore you. Again, IMDb Rachel Hoffman, or you can find her on Facebook. Some great movies coming up. The House That Eats Flesh, Axe Grind, and Go Straight to Hell. Bear, thanks, man. As always, I appreciate it. And JoJo's going to co-host that show. I believe so. I'm going to ask her if she's interested in coming back next week for more Funko Pop stuff. She's a Funko Pop junkie like me. So I'll ask her to come on. And, of course, we'll always have Angela here. And we'll be seeing Jewel again on Tuesday. But, yeah, I think JoJo, I know she watched a lot tonight. I appreciate it. And she says, I love watching your show. You're like, good, honest dude. You're fun. The show's fun. She loved doing it that time. So, yeah, see what we can do about bringing her back for the Funko Pop show. Let me load it up. Share. Oh, dude, I've never seen a guy share so many listings. It's awesome. And one of these days, I'm going to find some great ones from your listings. So we're going to take you out, of course, with the music of our very own St. Ricketts, www.stricketts.com. Brand new music on the way very soon. The song is The Catalyst, and it takes us out here on Wednesday night. So, for myself, and I guess Rachel Hoffman, thanks for tuning in. Have yourself a great evening. I will see you Tuesday night live on The Yo Show.
Just